today. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will make it into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Vikings ready to go to work, led out by their quarterback in his third year wearing purple, 9th year overall in the NFL, a Pro Bowler in Kirk Cousins.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
First down, here's Cousins. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Cousins. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. 3 yards the gain there, second down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
They're going to the air on the opening drive. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Cousins now from the 50. Quickly to Thielen here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Play action now. Cousins. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A second down throw for Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going. 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
That's good.
That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
At the Bears.
Throwing his Cousins, and his pass incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Cousins brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Pass intended for Dalvin Cook.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
A 23-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead.
Bears nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
On the return.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game. Surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here. And I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete.
The pass.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Coverage defensively by Logan Ryan.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16.
17 yards.
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.